Sea Monkey, Pig Toy on Wheels, and Pooping Unicorn. These are 10 messed up toys for kids. Number 10, Sea Monkey. Monkeys are generally fun animals, so when children hear that you got them a toy named Sea Monkey, imagine the kind of joy they would show. Well, that joy might not last long when they see what you got them, because it's not an actual toy. Sometimes we just have to wonder who's behind this sad and strange invention. So the sea monkeys are not actual toys. Instead, they're pets that children can grow for themselves. The store sold them as toys because that was their only available sales tactic. If you look carefully at the tiny creatures, you'll notice that they are not in any way related to a monkey. They're called that because of their tails. To grow the sea monkeys, you'd have to add the nutrient packet to water, wait for 24 hours, and then add a packet of eggs. But why would anyone think a failed biological experiment is fit to be called a toy? The reason parents buy toys for their kids is so that they can play with them. You can't possibly play with something that looks like a tadpole. The sea monkey is not only a messed up toy, but it's also a fraud because the monkey looked nothing like the illustration on the packet. Number 9, Lily Jack in the Box. A quick confession, I got scared just from watching a video of this toy. Imagine what would happen if I saw the toy. I'd probably run. I don't know the purpose of this toy, but if it's meant to scare children, then the maker did a great job. When you hear Lily, the first thing that comes to mind most times is a beautiful flower, or something close to a beautiful flower. The toy is a box that you have to whine until a scary toy pops out. Actually, a Halloween-themed toy with a scary doll inside, it's pretty messed up if you ask me. Number 8, Baby Reptile. Most kids would like the idea of owning a reptile toy. It's always fun to play with reptile toys. Now imagine a reptile toy with human hands and a doll face. Everything's actually wrong with this toy. The toy was developed in Asia to help children get rid of their fear of reptiles. But I need you to help me understand. How do you get rid of fear with fear? This toy's even worse than a normal reptile toy. The toy comes in variations, with different species of reptiles in the same pack, all of which are in the job of scaring kids out of their wits. If this toy still exists, I'm sure no parent would purchase such a disturbing and messed up doll for their kids. If you think these were messed up, things are about to get worse. Keep watching to see what's next. Number 7, Pooping Unicorn. Brace yourself for this one, it's about to get interesting. We all know that kids love adventures, they like activities, and they want to have something that they can interact with. This toy is a perfect fit for that. But something about the toy just takes away the excitement. Apart from being so messed up, this toy saps out all the magic away from the unicorn. The Pooping Unicorn is a toy shaped like a female, with rainbow hair and a beautiful shiny horn. The first thing that's off-putting about this toy is how hard it is to unbox and put it together. After unboxing the toy, you would have to wear its diaper and shirt. The diaper is a rubber thing that would require a good amount of force to get it on. Let's say you get through this section. There's also the feeding part. Kids would love this part. You have to mix its powdery solution with water and then proceed to feed the unicorn. You have to be careful doing that so that you don't spill the content on yourself. One funny thing about this is that after feeding the unicorn, you have to shake it so the food digests. And then to the pooping part. I feel this toy is more disturbing than it's messed up. Well, for starters, I don't think any kid will go through that kind of stress to see their unicorn poop. It's disgusting. So if I were a parent, I would keep this pooping plastic unicorn away from my kid. Number 6, Jolly Monkey. Just when you think you've seen enough messed up toys, the next one proves to be creepier. Jolly Monkey is a toy straight from a horror movie. I mean, who will play with this kind of toy? The Jolly Monkey is actually meant to be a happy monkey, seating monk style with 2 cymbals on both hands. Now the toy has a string at the back. When you pull it, the monkey starts clashing the cymbals with an awful show of its human teeth. How is this freak show supposed to be a toy? Last I checked, toys are meant to make children happy, not to rob them of whatever happiness they've got. Number 5, Breastfeeding Doll. The idea behind this toy was very disturbing. A kid's toy is meant to help their child enjoy childhood as much as possible and not introduce adult troubles into their world. Why would I want my kid to learn how to breastfeed at a very young age? It's a very wrong idea. Now imagine this toy owned by a boy. This toy is a small dot that comes with a napkin with nipples on them or a breastfeeding bra. The doll would cry at intervals just like a normal child. To make the child stop crying, the kid would have to wear the breastfeeding bra and put the doll's mouth on the nipple so that the doll can have its fill of milk. Number 4, Pig Toy on Wheels. This is one of the weirdest toys on this list. Now, I don't have a problem with pigs. In fact, I'd love to have a pet pig, but having a very scary toy that's shaped like a pig on small wheels is just messed up. This toy was initially created in 1900, which totally explains its weirdness. It's a full-sized pig on wheels. The toy comes in different variations. Recently, a wooden version has been made. It's basically a scary-looking pig with a very big head, an ugly snout, and something that looks like a grin on its face placed on a small wheel. How would a kid have this kind of toy and not have nightmares when they sleep? I mean, the grin alone sends shivers down my spine. Starting out, things get even worse. Keep watching until the end. Number 3, Pee and Poo stuffed toy. Earlier, we talked about a unicorn that poops. Now, it's a toy that is made to look like poo. I really don't understand how creating poo-related toys is fun. It's kind of disgusting. Ew. There's something really disturbing about this particular toy, because while everybody poops and pees, no one would appreciate a private business becoming a doll for children to play with. However, the poo toy is a popular plushie from Stuffed Toy based on emojis. But this version of the toy got a new buddy, and it's just weird. These toys have arms and legs, and they're also available on keychains. Although the emoji is one of my favorites, I don't think people would appreciate it becoming a toy to be played with. The messed up toy seems to have sold a lot and generated a wide following. Number 2, God Jesus Toy Robot. Talking about one of the failed experiments at making toys, this 1985 Japanese toy is an outstanding example of such, and religious people might find this one offensive. The God Jesus robot, also known as the fortune-telling robot or the Urania robot, was built to tell your fortunes and help you reach a resolution on pressing issues. More like a voodoo doll, with batteries and a poor motion sensor. The robot has a cross crucifix in one hand and a book in the other. To activate the toy, after switching it on, you have to clamp your hands, and the robot will begin its movements and nod its head. At the time this toy was in stock, it was the talk of the town. We love to humor ourselves, so you can see parents buying the Urania robot for their children, only to make it their personal voodoo doll. This messed up toy should not be for kids at all. Well, it's just not a toy. Just some confused robot that nods here and there till the battery dies. There's nothing cool about that. Number 1, 6-finger toys. Well, this 1960 toy may have been fashionable at that time, but it's every shade of wrong now. One can't even ignore its disturbing look, as it looks like a male's private part. The toy is meant to be worn as an extra finger and perform magic tricks to wow the girls. Oh, did I mention that it was a boys-only toy? It was only meant to serve as a gun toy, shooting plastic missiles from the tip. It could also serve as a pen. This toy's not just morally messed up, it's also out of form. I mean, what kid would carry around such a lame item for a toy? Enjoyed the video? Now watch this one.